Hey friends, I'm kind of just playing DBD right now, and I kind of just want to talk about it. I feel like I'd rather just do this while playing so I can just yap about it, and I don't really like have the time or effort to write like a super complicated script or, just like think in depth about this right now, but I really just want to talk about the game because it's just there's been a lot of stuff happening, and I don't know, I just kind of want to talk about it. So I'm literally just gonna play Survivor. I don't know, just gonna play Survivor. We're gonna talk about it, see what happens. I have a little bit of notes that I have written down, so I have like a couple of topics I want to address, but for the most part, it's mostly just gonna be like just me talking about my current thoughts on the game's state, how well it plays right now, what kind of stuff we're dealing with on the scope of future content slash releases, that kind of nonsense, really. So I just like I want to talk about that, and I just want to like rant about the game, not even like in a disappointed or mad way, but more rant about like I just want to talk about the game and kind of what I want out of it. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with here, right? I'm gonna give it to you 100. Oh, I have shrimpers on. What is this? We got the nurse killer. It's been a while since I've made like a Survivor video, so isn't that kind of fun? Well, when I like to play Survivor, I like to turn my brain off in solo queue. So there's a lot I want to talk about. Very first, I want to say, like, this game has just been really hard to play for me recently. I don't know how else to explain it, but this game has been really, really hard for me to play. And I have been busy. Like, I've been very busy with college, but like even when I'm not, when I do have those times where I do have a bit more free time, like it's been harder for me to just like say, hey, I want to play DBD today. And I don't know what it is. It's not like a very specific thing, but like recently it's just been this year in particular is when it started feeling like this. For the record, I love this game and I love the developers, so I'm very comfortable with I'm very comfortable with enjoying this game, right? Like I do like this game. I don't hate it. I've never hated this game. I've been playing it for almost 10 years, which is crazy. But like it's been harder to play it. It's been a lot harder to play it. And the very first thing I have on my list is wait, goal play? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, the very first thing I have on my list is pallet density. And you're going to say, I'm playing Survivor right now. Why am I complaining about pallet density? Okay, first of all, I'm going to say this. I believe that pallet density has done permanent changes to Dead by Daylight's like, gameplay, and I just don't like it on either side. This is not a great map to think about for an example, but just about every map that you would consider conventional, let's say Auto Haven, what's some egregious ones I could think of? Yamoka, Auto Haven, Yamoka, Macmillan, anything like that. I would just consider like a conventional outdoor map something that has been affected by pallet density. Now, I definitely think there are stuff that has not been affected by pallet density, or there are some things that have been done better. But like for the most part, it feels like Survivor, like the Survivor gameplay is just, dang. I say this as I'm just playing against the most scuffed game ever. Woo! Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, where was I? Pallet density, right? So I would go against a nurse when I want to talk about pallet density, but one of the things I think that makes pallet density so annoying is that almost every single map is full of filler pallets. The best way I can put it, really, is that instead of having like a few good pallets that you can play around, there are more 50-50 pallets everywhere. So instead of like, one of the like fun parts about Survivor, in my opinion, is definitely chaining tiles together. And it's become too easy to chain tiles, in my opinion. Like, there's this clip of me chaining tiles for like 2 minutes or something against a demo. And this demo is a new player, for the record, but you can just see in this clip that there are so many pallets. Like, it's just like, it gets to a point. Like you go this way, there's a pallet. You go this way, there's a pallet. Look, I see 3 pallets. Now, I feel like this map isn't that bad on the scope of pallet density, at least in the way that I'm phrasing it. I don't like this map, but I do feel like it's kind of okay. Oh, look at this. You know what I mean, though. And I don't think we need, like, to remove a bunch of pallets. That's not what I'm saying by any means. It's kind of just how, like, the original maps have been changed. Right? That's what's so frustrating to me about it. The short end of the short end to describe this is that this guy's giving up on Hook. Very cool. The short end to describe this is that I think that pallet density has just kind of changed how most maps play, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I think that Survivor has gotten too easy in a lot of ways, really. And for the record, I know a lot of people are here because I play Unknown, but I'm actually a Survivor main. Most of, if not 80% of my hours are on Survivor since the game came out. Like, so full stop. Like, genuinely, most of my takes are maybe not Survivor-sided, but sometimes I do have some pretty stupid Survivor takes. I'm not even gonna lie, but like disregarding that, they're just takes at the end of the day. So I'm not expecting people to agree or disagree. I would rather have a discussion than like, yeah, so you're just stupid and this is why. And there's a lot of that in this game, which is pretty sad. But yeah, like in general, the way I will describe it, and I've been going on about pallet density for way too long. I feel like I've already done a good enough job at describing it, but in general, I feel that Survivor has gotten way too choreographed and simple. And not in a good way. Like, I understand making the game simpler and definitely easier to work as like solo queue or coordinate, that kind of stuff for Survivor. I'm just talking on like the chase heavy side of the game. It's gotten too easy to chain tiles in my opinion. And I don't find it fun. I'm sorry. But yeah, honestly, it's funny. Since I said all of this, I can transition to the next point, which was really just, I think that there's like a downward spiral of depth in this game for both sides. And I don't really like it. I understand making the game easier for new players, but yeah, get me out of here. I understand making the game easier for new players, but there are a lot of things that I think have gotten way too easy. There are a lot of things that have been removed regarding depth for both sides, really. Like, one of the most egregious ones, and this is something that I still think to this day is stupid. They removed the flashlight, or actually, forgive me. They added the flashlight buffer to the flashlight mechanic, which I always thought was the dumbest thing they ever added. And I get why they added the flashlight buffer. If you don't know, the flashlight buffer is essentially a window where if you blind the killer while they're picking someone up, it will have a window where if you blind them at any point in this window, it will successfully blind them and stun them and save the survivor, right? So the reason this was added was because they removed flashlight clicking. Now you're gonna tell me this. Why do you care about flashlight clicking being removed? Clearly you're just a toxic survivor who wants to BM the killer. Okay, look, I get it. But this is something I complained about years ago. Like, this meant a lot to me. I'm gonna be honest, this meant a lot to me. So there used to be a lot of mechanical things you could do with flashlights. Like you could click spin, that kind of stuff. And you definitely still can. We got a doctor. Like, what is going on today? What is going on? You definitely still can click spin. And it's just a lot slower. There's a lot of stuff like that in the game that has been removed or adjusted. And it's just like, ugh. I think that there's a huge disparity in this game of agency for killers. And I think it's too much. Why should I play a character like Unknown when I can play the Blight or the Nurse? Or obviously, like, we've heard this conversation a lot, and it's a very real one because, like, in my opinion, the magic of this game, especially now that it's 10 years old, is that there are like 50 or 40 something killers, right? And they each have a lot of different unique depth to them. And when the game becomes so egregiously frustrating for killers to play, it leads to these scenarios where people will only play the top 5 killers, right? And for the record, I'm not straight up saying you need to nerf them all. I'm not even saying you need to turbo buff every single killer. I think that the game needs some pretty big changes, though. And I don't know what it is or what it needs to be, but I need some changes in this game, you know? This is truthfully a solo game. I think I have to 1-for-1 here. They failed a skill check, dude. Why can bots fail skill checks? So fast. He's like waiting out DH. Dude, I like how I'm like getting like the most, like, this is one thing too, like, this is proof that, I know I'm in solo queue and I'm not playing very well. Whoa, that lighting looks cool. But this is like proof, in my opinion, that even like killers like Doctor can still be, like, find really annoying ways to play and make the game unfun. So I think there's a lot of this in the game. And it's funny that after 10 years, this is still a problem. But it'd be cool if this stuff was addressed. I think in this case, though, it's just me playing bad. Like, I should have just went for the 1-for-1, but I really thought Sable was going. In other words, Unknown is being buffed, which is great. I'm very excited about that. Like, genuinely, I'm very excited that Unknown is getting buffed. I actually really wanted to make a feedback video on it. Like, just talking about the Unknown changes, but I wasn't able to because I was so busy. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to. It wouldn't have been that much, though. Dude, he's so sneaky. Look at him. I think I'm just dead. Like, I just got myself into the same scenario. GG, though. But yeah, Unknown's getting buffed. It's great. I'm so excited. I only played the 2 games in that PTB. That's all I played. So I'm super happy that it's coming to live soon, next week. That's great. But I will say, I don't think that it is enough. I don't think Unknown needs like a billion buffs. And in fact, I'm going to play Unknown now because these Survivor games have been so bad that I need to play Unknown, dude. I cannot, dude. I can't deal with that. So we're going to play Unknown instead while we yap because I don't even know what's going on with Survivor, but you know, this is just how playing DBD feels sometimes. But yeah, there's this will be my mini feedback, I guess, for the update. I think that the Unknown is going to be better. Do I think this is going to completely resolve all of the issues Unknown has? No. Am I satisfied? Yes. Very cool. Actually, great changes. And they truly listen to the community, which is crazy. Because Unknown has a history of getting changes that nobody asked for. And thankfully, Behavior has been able to listen to feedback and criticism from Unknown players. But to a degree, there have been things that have still went through that, in my opinion, I have felt were unnecessary. But my opinion isn't everyone's opinion, so I don't expect everyone to agree. I do think that we're at a point now, especially with this update, where Unknown will be definitely a lot better to play. In my opinion, now that we're getting a change like this towards Unknown, I think that rather than Unknown being weak or not having agency, it will feel more like the problems with Unknown just have to do with how strong Survivor is right now, you know? Which is interesting to think about. In my opinion, I've always thought Unknown was pretty strong. I do think there were always pain points, but I do think that like a lot of it will have to come down to just how strong Unknown or how strong Survivor is. Oh, we got the new map. Perfect. This map is not great for unknown. I'm not gonna lie, but maybe it'll be better with the new changes. Who knows? But I do want to talk a little bit about the changes still. Some more. Just some more. Whoop. Like, what is this? Dang, he didn't throw it. Okay, so I think that... See, this is why I wanted to play Survivor, because now, like, that I'm playing Unknown, I have to use my brain. And I don't like using my brain when I play DBD. Why else would I be playing DBD? Choke point? Unknown has a lot of quality of life issues that need addressed, and I think the things we can do about... Whoa, he's like posted up. I think that these changes need to be addressed, but that doesn't mean that Unknown needs like massive buffs, right? There's a few things I have, and one of them is particularly... So did you see what I just did there? Did you notice how I had to go across the map to hook the Jake just so I keep this hallucination? That's a huge issue that Unknown, that I think needs to get addressed. It's really frustrating how you have to deal with that when you play this killer. And a lot of people don't think about it, but I do feel that is a real problem that this killer has. Ooh. I think it is a real problem that this killer has. The fact that you are forced to move your... Like, you have to spend even longer carrying someone if you want to leave your hallucination there. And there are ways this can be resolved. Oh, he's exposed. He just dies. There are ways this can be resolved. And one of them, it can be... In my opinion, this is a extreme change and probably one we won't get. But I think that Unknown should be able to queue multiple hallucinations at once. Now, bear with me. So you can see I have one queued up right now. Imagine if I could have two queued up right now. So I could have this one preparing right now, and then I have my next hallucination bar that is currently moving towards it, right? That's crazy. It didn't linger. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Can we hide my chest? I still hit him though. And also address address aim dressing. What is this, dude? Oh my god, I'm so slow. Okay, I gotta lock in for this chase because he's kind of cracked. So that is one thing I would address by letting the Unknown queue multiple hallucinations at once. Dude, come on. Wow, he can see through that. Dude, this is an anti-Unknown loop. Okay, I tried. I'm actually gonna drop this. Make it so you can queue multiple hallucinations. With this too, you could add this mechanic to Slash Backpack. This would make Slash Backpack an actually interesting and unique add-on that isn't a waste of a perk slot or add-on slot, right? The other thing is survivors can break weaken when you're carrying someone, which I think is kind of silly. And this feels like something that is just going to be forgotten about, but so many killers now have these abilities where they get paused when they're carrying a survivor. Trickster's new, what is it, rating system doesn't go down. It doesn't go down at all. Oh, well done. Woo. Dude, I got so greedy, I still hit him. Nice. I need to get like an actual chase here. Dude, he feels so fast. I don't know if this is the same guy. He has sprint burst or something. I feel like I have infinite distance on him. All right, he's going to the God Pouts. I'm gonna just leave. Yep. Tragic. I don't hit this. God dang it, dude. Fine with me. Back to the gen we go. Oh, this is awful. This is one of these games where I wish I had Eruption. I don't know what to do, to be honest, because they're just going to pre-run. All right, I think I need to chase someone. Seems like a sweaty game. Feels like DBD's really sweaty today. Not sure why. That is crazy. I've never seen it do that. And I teleport over here. Look at that, dude. Dude, we're at 1 gen. That's crazy. Unknown needs an add-on pass. I'm not even gonna lie. Dude, I really don't like how the windows highlight you. That's crazy. That's actually crazy that they highlight you. I can't believe that's in the game. Yeah, this might be one of Unknown's worst maps. I'm not gonna lie. Unknown gameplay, by the way. Like, I still win that. Okay. I had to see if he had DH. We had to. Whoa. So yeah, I don't know. Unknown, just like, there are things like this that need addressed, and I don't think like it's crazy on the scope of balance, but like we need more quality of life for this killer. You know, I really need a tunnel, dude. This might be greedy from me, but let's try it. We cut him off. Gotta lock in. Like, what are these windows, dude? That's crazy. That doesn't hit either. I'm gonna be honest. The windows on this map are kind of bad for this killer. I've never even realized. Like, he just has a god pallet too. Oh, this map is so bad, dude. This map being bad though is like not even an Unknown problem. It's just a map problem. And these guys seem like they're coordinated too, so I can't really say I'm doing too bad. There's actually just infinite pallets on this map, isn't there? I think I need to break that too. Yeah, dude. Oh, if I can get a weekend? No, dude. Of course I can't. Yeah, he literally makes it out. Oh, whatever. Let's just go after this guy. Like, what am I even getting validated off of? What? 20 MS. 20 MS, by the way. 20 ping. They were pretty good, though, all things considered. I guess what I can start talking about now is some things that I actually want from this game. And I was going to do a video about this, but I didn't know how long it would be. So I'm just going to talk about it. I don't know. Okay, before I talk about that, I do want to talk a little bit about, like, I'm kind of glad that I've been getting games like this today that are just that awful to play, because, like, I just want to show you that this does happen to everyone. And there is this precedent that, like, I understand when you watch people play DBD, especially on YouTube, they're going to upload their like best games, right? And I've always been someone who tries to do more than that. And by that, I mean, I do like to upload losses, especially if they're like impactful and interesting, right? So I think that I've done pretty good at showing how you can play Unknown against good players, which is great. Because in my opinion, I want to be very real, right? I want to be very real about this game, you know? And I'll show myself losing if it means, like, I'm being real, right? Oh, I got stuck. Is he really gonna walk into another choke point? Dude, twice in a row. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I'm very glad I got games like that. But the reason I mentioned this is because sometimes when I play this game, it feels like every game is like that. It feels like every game is like that. And that's frustrating to me. We are getting MMR changes soon, which I really hope will address this issue, because for the record, I do like to go against good players. It's not that I want to stomp new players either, because I don't think that's fun either. Which is why I was trying to explain that I like to show when I lose, because I like to just, like, in my opinion, the magic of this game is the kind of interactions that you get into. Right? That doesn't hit him, by the way. Wow. Oh, his aim. Oh, the controller. That's the kind of stuff that I think makes this game special, in my opinion. So, it's not that, oh, I hate losing. I hate going against Ferraris like that. Because, like, for example, those guys I just went against were chill. They were chill and they were pretty good. And that's all I really ask for. They were kind of BMing, but, you know, who cares, dude? I don't really care about BM if it's in the match. If it leaves the match, that's when it becomes a problem to me. Let's hide a red light for a sec. But the point I'm trying to make here, really, is that I think that this game, like, getting those type of matches is just, it's just annoying. Like, it gets old. That might be my most insane shot I've ever hit in this game. What the? Dude, okay. The bounce is crazy. That was all calculated, by the way. It was calculated. All of it. But, like, there's just a lot of issues that put you into games where you play like that, where you have to get stuck in these scenarios where the match is just unfun and you just lose with barely any choice, like agency, right? And I think we're all aware of this by this point, right? If you play the game like regularly, I think you're aware of this. Like, look, I'm doing really good this game and I'm at 2 gens. I'm not running slowdown either, but still. It feels like sometimes you just have to do so much, you know? So much, dude. So I don't know. I would really like to see we get big influential changes that sort of address this kind of stuff. And I think it goes both ways for killer and survivors. So I'd really like to see it. Dang, I got too greedy for that. This is, dude, that's great. Ugh, he's got DH. It's fine. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Okay. Nice, we got a linger. What? He just double vaults. You know what? Strong. I'm just gonna M1 him. He seems pretty joded. Okay. So, yeah, we're getting the 10-year anniversary, what, next month? I'm excited, and I'm really hoping we get some kind of influential update. I don't know, just listening to see if they're here. Recently, it's felt like we haven't been getting any big changes at the game. Like, we are getting diminishing returns, which is pretty cool and interesting. I'm excited about that. I know it's going to be like a long awaited thing. We're going to have to wait, right? We're going to have to wait for it to make an actual impact on the game. But, dang, they're all over here. I thought he was going to go back to the gen. He has dead hard, so I know he has DA or DS. Gonna leave him. Just kind of play a little protective of our gens. Yep, here comes Ace. Wow, he really did just hold that check spot. This is great for us. That doesn't linger, dude. That would be like the greatest linger ever. I think we just chase. Okay, we got very lucky. We got that last second. By the way, with the new unknown buffs, I don't think I would have had to play that safe to get that hit, which is great. That's the good part about the changes. It'll get rid of those kind of chases that I just had. It's seriously a massive change. I'm so excited for it. I'm not even kidding. I got really greedy. Do you think we get a grab? Nice, dude. I knew it, dude. I knew it. All right, let's go back to the gen. Playing a little greedy. Looks like it's not regressing. Okay, they're saving. Okay, great, great, great. We actually kind of caught up somehow. I guess they're gonna... Like, they gotta be gone by now. I see movement. Just gonna play safe. Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm camping. I see scratches. Someone's here. There we go. Make him an obsession. All part of the plan. Nice. We actually just got that free kill there. Cool. Nice. Dude, we actually came back from that. Great. Yeah, I don't know. In general though, like I'm really hoping we get some kind of update like that. Dang, I was hoping he would Oh, we just barely missed him. I was hoping we would be able to like interrupt him on a hallucination, but we weren't able to. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't even mention. Sometimes when you teleport to a survivor dispelling a hallucination, they just don't get weakened. He has DH. They just don't get weakened for some reason. I also think it's silly that not only do they not get weakened, they can sometimes like... how do I describe it? Wait, where are they? Not only do they not get weakened, they can also like... The weaken bar doesn't refill if they're already weakened when you interrupt them. I think it's silly. Those are like, but like, I feel like addressing that doesn't buff unknown, like by making the killer stronger. It just fixes random core issues that no one talks about because most people don't play this game, or most people that play this game don't play unknown. So these kind of things are forgotten about by the community. So that's why I always try to talk about them, because I do think it could be a bug. It could be intended. If it is intended, I don't know why, because I think it's really silly. But yeah, that's my, I completely forgot to mention. Other than that, like one of the other things I want from this game is I think that there should be like character specific progression or some larger level that gives a more depth and reason to play the game, because for the players that have been playing this game for so long, like leveling survivors or killers and getting them to P100, it's not enough. And I get it. I get some people like it. Personally, I don't. Like Unknown and Quadet are my only P100s, and I've been playing the game for 10 years. I have 5,000 hours. They're my only P100s. I basically only level them. So one of the things I'd really like to see is them to add, like increase the Prestige 100 limit to 1,000. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I would really think it'd be fun, especially for the people who like to specialize in one character, to be able to be proud of that. I am not saying we need Prestige 1000 rewards or anything. I'm just saying give us a little number that says, hey, I prestiged them 1,000 times. It's just like, it'll just show like who plays a character a lot. I think it'd just be something fun and interesting. But other than that, I just hope the moral of this story is I hope that we get some unique and interesting changes, because to me, new characters is not enough. I personally care more about new maps and balance. But the anniversary is coming, and I have hope that we're gonna get something interesting. They never miss with their anniversaries, in my opinion. And I truthfully believe that behavior is doing everything in good intention. I have been critical here of behavior, but I don't think I've ever been rude. So I just I want to say that, because when you are critical about this game, it's very easy for people to see it as you being rude or disrespectful. I know behavior can't do all of these things, and I don't expect them to, right? But that's part of why this is an outlet for me to just talk about it. So that's all I want to talk about. Yeah, at least we had one good game. I'm sorry that the rest were just boring. I don't know. This is how playing DBD feels sometimes, though, and I'm glad that I was able to show it off a bit. This is different than normal. Not every video is going to be like this, but that's kind of it. And that's also why it might be a little longer, but I will edit it, so thumbs up. Let me know what you think, though, if you agree or disagree. Genuinely, if you disagree, tell me why. If you disagree with anything, I want to know. I would rather talk about something than be really dismissive about it. Thumbs up. So yeah, let me know. That's all. Thank you. Just don't be mean. That's it. Literally just don't be mean. That's it. Thank you.